Hello and welcome to our video presentation of our 2008 Mercedes-Benz SL350 AMG Sport Edition. So not to be confused with a normal 350 with an AMG kit. This is a factory built AMG Sport Edition, which was a run out model of this particular 230 SL that featured this really stylish and aggressive looking AMG kit. It also came with a pan roof, various other bits. They came with decent Napa leather, select colours, a factory wheel upgrade as standard, and they're a really trick car actually. Now we do really well with 230 SLs because we handpick these in the right condition, and they're few and far between these days actually, because a lot of people just have owned them, not looked after them, whatever the story may be. They tend to slip away condition wise, but this particular car, it's only got 37,000 miles. It's got a solid service history. It's mechanically brilliant. We've had it inspected mechanically, and we've got you know, like a 2-page report outlining that it's absolutely perfect in that respect. So it's a really good appealing opportunity, because when you look at SLs in general and you look at classic SLs and every era of them really, to get something decent, you're around this level of money, and we therefore feel this can't really depreciate if it's cared for going forward. And obviously, being that limited edition car from the factory, it'll stand in good stead in terms of being unique when eventually it does fit into the classic sector. So really interesting car, great opportunity. I mean, at a glance it looks very similar to an SL55 or 63 with that aggressive styling. It's very similar aesthetically to those cars, but obviously a lot more economical to run and a lot less to go wrong as well. To give an example, this car doesn't have the air suspension, which features an ABC module. They're prone to failure on all SLs and they're quite costly. This is quite a basic economical SL mechanically, but with the AMG styling, the proper wheels and all the equipment you could want really. So we think it sits in a real sweet spot actually in that particular sector. So factory features include these like tinted rear lights, for example, these beautiful alloy wheels, which on this particular car we've just had these refurbished in preparation for sale. So you can see even inside there's new weights on there, fully refurbished inside and out. They did have some minor corrosion in between the spokes, but they're factory 19-inch wheels. They look great. All the arches on this car corrosion free, and there's really nothing on the body to point out of any significance in terms of damage or defects. There's just a little bit of wear and tear, as you would expect at this age and mileage, but Tenorite grey, stunning colour. We don't see that very often. Like I say, it's a bit of a run out, you know, special edition type of colour. Obviously a lot of typical SLs are silver, but this is really pretty colour. There's a few chips on the front end, as you would expect. Obviously with this age and mileage, you have to expect that. It's not a brand new car. It's 2008 and it has done 37,000 miles, so please be realistic. But just to give you a close-up view there, there's really nothing that detracts from the overall appearance anywhere on this car really. The headlights are really sharp, they're not clouded over, the grille's in good condition. It really is an exceptional car for the age, mileage and price. And bear in mind, this car list price was £72,000 all that time ago. So when you look at it through the prism of good value, I have to say it's a great opportunity to buy into a proper Mercedes-Benz Roadster, built in an era as well where the build quality was definitely far superior to the latest offerings from Mercedes. I think given the stringent restrictions in place now that manufacturers have to adhere to, using materials that are lightweight, environmentally friendly when they dispose of them, etc., they just don't have this sort of build quality as featured in this car. And it does show when they're this age, because when you look at this particular car inside, and I'm going to zoom in on some areas that are quite vulnerable normally, and would typically show wear, tear and defects. It's absolutely spotless, this car inside. There's really nothing major to point out. When you look at all that switchgear, for example, it literally could be 2 or 3 years old. Lovely stitching there on top of the instrument cluster. Yeah, looks absolutely superb. Seats in good condition, contrast stitching as standard. They are of course heated, chilled and electric memory. I think this car spec wise, it's got everything you could want really for something that you could, I mean, you could definitely use it daily, but it'd be lovely to put away in a garage and use in fair weather, keep the mileage down, or obviously use it, get the mileage up and have the use out of it that no one's really had, given the age and the mileage and the price. So yeah, it could fit anybody's needs, this car. And when we, again, have to stress how we compare these to newer cars now, and it's not only the build quality, but the actual asking price of this car through us probably represents the depreciation after 6 months on a new SL now. So it really is a good opportunity to buy into a properly well-built, well-sorted Mercedes. It's definitely been lovingly cared for. Driver's seat in good condition. Obviously there's a bit more wear on there compared to the passenger seat, but there's nothing, again, unsightly for the age and the mileage. It's really hard to criticize this car. Again, obviously all the wheels were refurbished. They're absolutely perfect inside and out. Just to clarify, front tires are brand new. Rear tires are approximately 6 or 7 mil, so there's nothing to see to there. So we do have that full 2-page inspection report sold with the car, but absolutely looks original down the body. Looking down here, there's no obvious poor repairs being carried out, no filler, no colour discrepancies. The colour, fit and finish of all the panels is completely uniform. It's just a lovely, lovely original thing. 2 keys, original owner's manual, service book, all included. HPI clear, no stories attached to this one. We don't sell cars of that nature. This is a proper, lovely example that will not disappoint. So let us know your requirements if you're interested in buying the car. We can offer nationwide delivery. We can take a part exchange. If you have a car to part exchange, please let us know. You can literally just drop us some info on that and we can give a rough idea on what we can give for it in part exchange and try and stack a deal that way. We can take a holding deposit over the phone should anyone wish to reserve this car. I do have to say that when it's gone, it's gone. Without sounding like a cliche, we really struggle to get this stuff now with this sort of mileage and in this condition. Yes, there's SLs on the market, but there's only a handful of AMG Sport editions, and then when you start to dissect them condition wise and stuff, it's probably a great opportunity if you're looking for something with low mileage in this condition. So please let us know your requirements. As I say, we're more than happy to help. We can reserve this car with a deposit over the phone and obviously cater to your needs going forward. So thank you for watching and we look forward to your inquiries.